Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood. Today we'll be learning a bit about sloths. Now, as a teacher, I know it's important to think critically about things we read, see, and hear. So before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell truth from fiction. Consider this. Sloths are famously the laziest animals on the planet. They're said to sleep north of 20 hours a day and barely even move when they are awake. But is that true? Are sloths really sleeping the day away in the rainforests? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is folivore. F-O-L-I-V-O-R-E. A folivore is a herbivore that specializes in eating leaves. The word comes from the Latin folium, meaning leaf, and vorare, meaning to devour. Sloths are classic examples of folivores, as their diet consists almost entirely of leaves, buds, and young shoots. The term folivore helps distinguish animals that primarily consume leaves from other herbivores that might eat a wider variety of plant parts like fruits, seeds, and roots. This specialized diet presents unique challenges, as leaves are often low in nutritional value and difficult to digest. Animals like sloths have evolved remarkable adaptations to cope with these dietary limitations, including specialized digestive systems and extremely slow metabolisms to conserve energy. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about sloths. Number 1. Despite their reputation for slowness on land, sloths are surprisingly adept and efficient swimmers, moving 3 times faster in water than they do on the ground. While sloths are arboreal creatures, meaning they spend the vast majority of their lives in the trees, their ability to navigate water is a crucial survival skill. They often live near rivers or flooded areas in their natural habitats. When a sloth needs to cross a body of water, or if they accidentally fall into one, the sloth can propel itself through water using a strong breaststroke-like motion with its long limbs. This aquatic agility is a strong contrast to their sluggish movements on land, where their long claws and weak hind legs make walking an awkward and energy-intensive endeavor. Their dense fur also helps keep them buoyant, making swimming a more efficient mode of travel than attempting to walk across open ground. Swimming has proven to be a great strategy for sloths to escape predators or find new foraging areas when needed. Number 2. A sloth's fur is not just fur. It's a living miniature ecosystem hosting a variety of organisms, including algae, fungi, even unique species of moths. Sloths have a symbiotic relationship with these other organisms, meaning it's mutually beneficial. The algae that grow on the sloth's fur give it a greenish tint, providing excellent camouflage in the leafy rainforest canopy. This natural disguise helps sloths blend in with their environment, making it incredibly difficult for predators like jaguars and harpy eagles to spot them. In return, the sloths provide a stable habitat. Some species of moths, known as sloth moths, are found nowhere else on Earth. They lay their eggs in a sloth's dung, and then when the larvae hatch, they fly back to the sloth's fur, completing their life cycle. Number 3. Sloths possess an incredibly low metabolic rate, allowing them to digest a single leaf over an astonishing period, sometimes up to 30 days. This extremely slow metabolism is directly linked to their folivorous diet. Leaves are a poor source of calories and nutrients, and extracting sufficient energy from them requires a prolonged digestive process. Sloths have a large, 4-chambered stomach similar to that of a cow, which is filled with specialized bacteria that help break down the tough cellulose in leaves. Because the digestion is so slow, their stomach can account for up to a third of their body weight, constantly full of fermenting plant matter. This low energy turnover means sloths don't burn a lot of calories. That's what allows them to survive on a nutrient poor diet that would be insufficient for most other mammals, but it's a good survival strategy for their arboreal lifestyle. The drawn out digestive process means that sloths only need to poop about once a week. If you're wondering why that matters, it's really risky for sloths to come down from the trees. As I said, they have weak hind legs and they're slow and awkward on the ground, making them vulnerable to predators. So only having to poop once a week helps keep them up in the trees where they're safer for more of the time. Number 4. Sloths have tremendous grip strength that allows them to hang upside down for extended periods, even while sleeping. This remarkable strength comes from specialized tendons in their hands and feet that act as a natural locking mechanism. Once a sloth grasps a branch, the tendons engage so it can grip with minimal muscular effort. This is crucial for treetop living as they spend about 90% of their lives inverted. It also means that they can sleep, eat, even give birth while hanging from a branch. Their ability to conserve energy through this locked grip is a key factor in their survival, reducing the continuous strain on their muscles and allowing them to allocate more energy for other vital bodily functions like digestion. And our 5th and final fun fact for today, sloths have a unique visual system called rod monochromacy, meaning they lack cone cells in their eyes. So they're not only colorblind, they actually have trouble seeing much of anything in broad daylight. Unlike most mammals, sloths' eyes are optimized for low light condition, which makes sense because they have sort of crepuscular and nocturnal activity patterns, meaning they're most active around dusk and overnight. Oddly enough, though, in direct sunlight, their vision becomes extremely poor. They're practically blind. This is because of the absence of cone cells, which are responsible for color perception as well as high acuity vision in bright light. To compensate for their limited eyesight, sloths rely heavily on their other senses, particularly their phenomenal sense of smell and spatial memory. They can navigate the treetops, remembering the precise location of branches and preferred feeding spots. Their cautious, slow movements also help them to avoid hazards they might have missed due to their poor vision. Now for some news you can use. If you're ever in a region where sloths live, like the rainforests of Central and South America, a practical tip to help with their conservation is to be mindful of infrastructure and responsible tourism. Support initiatives that create sloth crossings or rope bridges over roads and power lines. These simple additions can significantly reduce sloth fatalities. Sloths, being slow-moving and primarily arboreal, are extremely vulnerable when they descend to cross roads or mistake power lines for tree branches, leading to electrocutions and vehicle collisions. By supporting local conservation groups that implement these safety measures, you contribute directly to protecting these unique animals and their habitats from the dangers of human development. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, do you think it's true that sloths are the laziest creatures in the rainforest, sleeping for more than 20 hours a day? Well, that's a fallacy. While sloths in captivity, like in zoos, have been observed to sleep for extended periods, even between 15 and 20 hours a day, studies of wild sloths show a very different picture. In their natural habitat, sloths typically sleep for only about 8 to 10 hours a day, which is comparable to the sleep patterns of other mammals, including humans. Their slow movement is primarily a survival strategy linked to their low-energy, leaf-based diet and incredibly slow metabolism. It's not about being lazy or excessively sleepy. They conserve energy by moving slowly and deliberately, allowing them to thrive on a diet that other animals would find insufficient. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about sloths with me today. If you want to learn about other animals, check the links in the show notes. I created a Spotify playlist of fun facts about different animals. While you're there, I would of course appreciate a kind rating to help others discover the show. And as always, be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.